shop talk, shy up, shutty up, shy up, die, that up, shop tie, shutty up, shop talk.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, for the Lord God Almighty, He reigns. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah, for the Lord God Almighty, He reigns. Oh, hallelujah. Holy, holy are you, Lord God Almighty. Worthy is the Lamb, worthy is the Lamb. You are holy, holy are you, Lord God Almighty. Worthy is the Lamb. Yeah, let's sing. Come on. Hallelujah. Yeah. Hallelujah. For the Lord God Almighty, He reigns. Everybody sing. Hallelujah. 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 For the Lord God Almighty, He reigns. Hey. Hallelujah. Holy, yeah. Are you Lord God Almighty? Worthy is the Lamb. Worthy is the Lamb. You are holy. Are you Lord God Almighty? Yeah. Worthy is the Lamb. Worthy is the Lamb. You are holy. You are Lord God Almighty. Yeah. Worthy is, yeah. Holy, holy are you, Lord God Almighty. Worthy is the Lamb. You are holy. Yeah. Lord God Almighty. Worthy is the Lamb. 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 Everybody. Feel good. Listen, I want y'all to help me sing. Say, ain't nobody like him. Ain't nobody like him. He alone is worthy. He alone is worthy. Worthy is the Lamb. Say, ain't nobody like him. Ain't nobody
What's going on, y'all? It is your man Dito. You're tuned in to Dito Live, where we are living in victory every day. Actually, this is not Dito Live. I am thrown all off. This is Shop Talk. Oh my God. How embarrassing is that? I'm so used to saying Dito Live because I do my little show too on Wednesdays. Anyway, it's not Dito Live. It's Shop Talk. It says so right there. And I am your man, Demetrius Toll-Free Dito, in the virtual building here in Freedom Radio Studio A out here in Oakland, California. Yay, yay. I don't think I have ever mixed up my shows. Well, I did get a couple of extra gray hairs over the weekend. Nonetheless, want to welcome you to the show. Those of you who do like great music, you can check out Dito Live a little later today, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern on freedomradio.com. That's on the website as well as in the Freedom Radio app. You can be able to check out that great show that plays wonderful music from around the country. Nonetheless, I am now doing Shop Talk. And Shop Talk is that good, that good barbershop, that beauty shop, that coffee shop, that thank you, that donut shop talk, that nail shop talk, where literally no person and no subject is off limits. I'm hanging out trying to make things happen. We have an incredible show lined up for you today, as always. But before we jump into it and give some shout outs, and we will do that in just a moment, before we do any of that, y'all know what you got to do. You got to get on the phone, call, text, tweet, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Social Cam, Periscope, Marco Polo. But you got to tell your mama them Ray Ray, Shay Shay, Day Day, Delicious them, Nut Nut them, Pojo them. Let them all know that we are live right here on Facebook as well as on YouTube, as well as we are live audibly on freedomradio.com, as well as in the Freedom Radio app. Hopefully, if you have an iPhone or an iPad or an Android phone or tablet, that you have gone into your store's app store and downloaded the Freedom Radio app to your device. It's absolutely free. Just simply go into your app store and search Freedom Radio, FREEDEM Radio, and you'll be able to get that information. I think I've mentioned it already, but I'll say it again. My name is Demetrius Toll-Free. It says so right there. And you can follow me. You can follow me on social media at DTollFree, at DTOLEFREE. That's on Facebook. That's on Instagram. It's on Twitter. I do the same thing on Clubhouse as well as if you want to holler at me or just test if you can send some digital currency through Venmo or Cash App. I promise you can test it out with me. On Venmo, it's still at DTollFree. On Cash App, it is $ DTollFree. And of course, if you just want to test if you can send $1,000 to somebody, I promise you can test it with me. And if you need that money back, don't worry, I will send it back to you. in $100 increments, and we will make that happen. All right, y'all. Let's give some shout outs to some people who are hanging out with us today, and I'll start from the top, and I'll start with my homegirl, Kirsten Williams. Kirsten, what is up with you? Welcome to today's show. Shout out to Cambria Mayfield watching us on YouTube. Thank you for hanging out with us. My homie, Lucinda Taylor, also in the virtual building. Thanks for hanging out with us. And she mentioned that she shared today's stream. I appreciate you doing that. And the rest of you watching, you should do the same thing as well. Shout out and a great morning to Tracy J. Wilson. What is going on, ma'am? Hopefully all is well with you. Welcome to another new listener, becoming a favorite around here. Lady AJ, Erica Nears is hanging out with us as well. My guy, I saw him on Saturday, Andrew Brian Caldwell. We got a chance to talk for a couple moments. I'm still trying to get my keyboard lessons, and he wasn't trying to hear me. But anyway, I'm in the virtual building. Great morning, all. It's all good. To Ashland's almost bestie and my homie as well, Stacy Williams Tucker in the virtual building also. Shout out and a what's up to the homie. What show would we have without Dee Dee Felder in the virtual building? Of course, we have Mama Yolanda in the building. Yolanda Prothro, what's going on? And I always laugh at Dee Dee Felder when she talks about us playing her cassette. I tell you what, if you send me the cassette, I don't have a cassette player, but we will see what we can do and what we can potentially make happen. Shout out to my neighbor as well as a constituent from my church, Gay Harris in the virtual building as well. My homie up in Sacramento. I was in your city last week, Azizi. I was in your city last week all day last Thursday. I was up there probably doing some stuff I shouldn't have been doing, but then I came back a whole different person. Anyway, Azizi Lord up in the virtual building. Dee Dee Felder wants to remind us that she has a birthday coming up in 21 days. We will make that happen. We will, of course, remember to do that. And we've got more people hanging out. My homie out in Fresno of California. My pastor says, I know it's Fresno, but he calls it Fresno, so I'm following the leader. Out in Fresno of California, the Leah Marie, the incredible vocalist extraordinaire. It is all to the good to have her hanging out with us as well. All right, y'all. I do have some incredible co-hosts that we're going to bring up in just a second. But before we do it, as you can see today, I am donning the purple. I'm wearing the purple Freedom Radio tee today. This is one of our newer colors. And if it fits me, that means you know it comes in Saints size. That's right. You can get your Freedom gear. I tell you what, I could go through the whole dissertation, but I tell you what, I have a better way to explain it to you. Why don't we look at this and see what we have right after this? Hey everyone, this is Demetrius Tollfree from your favorite radio show, Shop Talk, where literally no person or subject is off limits, with some great information that you want to hear. As you know, the season is starting to change from summer to fall and winter, and we don't want you to be left out in the cold. With that said, this is a perfect time for you to get your Freedom gear. We have hoodies in an array of sizes and colors, both pullover and zip up. And we recently introduced some FDR beanies that will keep your head warm as well. As an added bonus, we have added some other great items in our store, such as AirPod cases, iPhone cases, masks, wireless chargers, hats, water bottles and mugs, and of course, t-shirts. Simply go to freedomradio.com/shop or open up the Freedom Radio app on your Apple or Android device and click the FDR gear icon. Thank you so much for your continued support, and we know that freedom looks good on you. And we are back. Welcome back to Freedom Radio. Welcome back to Shop Talk. Yes, you can, just like me, get your Freedom gear simply by going to freedomradio.com/shop. I went on there this morning to order my beanie. I wanted to be able to get a beanie and have a Freedom Radio beanie. So I went on this morning to place that order. And you know what? I'm in a giving mood today. I'm in the giving mood. We're going to give away. Let's see. Maybe we'll give away a Freedom Radio AirPods case. We haven't done that as of yet. But anyway, before we go any further, I want to give a shout out and a welcome to the homie, Renee Kennedy. Renee, what is going on? Glad to have you hanging out with us today. Yeah. So I think we're going to give away some AirPods cases today, an AirPods case, whether it's regular AirPods or AirPods Pro. I think we're going to give away a case today at some point. And I see you, Dee Dee Felder. She said someone stole her face mask. That is unfortunate. But you know what? You can get you another freedomradio.com/shop and be able to make that happen. All right, y'all. Let's bring up our next co-host out in Charlotte, North Carolina. My homegirl and yours. She's always super smart, always has something great to say. Sometimes, even in instances that we have, she likes to play devil's advocate, but even in doing so, she does it in an amazing way. Let's bring up my homegirl and yours. Really needs no introduction anymore. I could just call her name and everybody would just be saying, "What up?" Anyway, let's bring up my homegirl and yours, the incredibly talented Yolanda Wild Praise Morant. Yolanda, great morning or
Hey,
afternoon where you are. How you feeling?
I'm good. How are you feeling?
I'm good. Whoa, you're giving me some energy this morning. Whoa, you must really be
I've been
good.
off for 2 days. I don't know. When you work for yourself, you can do what you want to do. But I took off, which everybody knows I work really hard. I took off like 2 days. Well, yeah, 2 days weekend. I don't know if the weekends count. But so I was traveling with Kevin Lemons. What up? I was traveling with Kevin Lemons. We went to Austin, Texas. To a we were in the country. In Austin, Texas, and we were in a Kojic church, and we had some. It was incredible, and so we were there in Austin, and then we went to Durham. Well, some of us went to Durham, so I was, kind of back home, but so we went to Durham. So all that to say, I've been gone all week. I stayed in Durham for church, and then I was kind of off for 2 days, and I did nothing, which
Good for
is
you. How
big,
did sitting doing nothing for 2 days? How did that feel?
hard.
I feel you. Yeah, someone like you who I consider to be a bit of a workaholic because
I
you have
know.
a lot of business. I can imagine that it was probably tough to sit around and do nothing for 2 days.
Yeah, like I was supposed to actually do something like go to the mail, go to like the mailbox. Go to the mailbox, go to the post office. I'm supposed to do this, but I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
watch Family Business all day on BET. It's really good. Now it's not for
No, it's good. I
children.
haven't had a chance to dive into it, but I've seen people
Oh,
talking
it's
about it.
really
I've seen
good.
people on social media talking about it. It's supposed to be not a spinoff, but it's supposed to be like a scandal or a Greenleaf type, but more gangster type.
Yeah. Okay. So this part, since you asked, is definitely like I know we're in a new day. See, I'm not gonna spin off and start nothing today. I just want to say this. I know we're in a new day, and people let their kids do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
I couldn't even watch. This is real talk. I could not watch MTV. Now I did sneak, but I could not watch MTV when I was a kid. So people let their kids watch anything. This show is not for children.
Okay.
Kids should not watch this like 13 and under the because there is a I do love Jesus, but there is a lot of
On BET, they got a lot of profanity.
what? This is 2021.
Yeah. Okay.
There's profanity on ABC at night.
Yeah, I know.
This is not like that day when well, at least when I was a kid, when you were a kid, it might have been different.
Yeah.
So no. Yeah, there's definitely, but it's on BET Plus.
Okay.
So that probably removes some red tape.
Yeah.
But it's on BT Plus. It has a lot of art, people. Let me see, somebody like Christian Keys. I don't know if
Yeah.
somebody's like
I'm
very,
familiar.
very fine, fine, fine black man. Hallelujah. So Christian Keys, he's been in a lot of Tyler Perry plays.
Absolutely.
Tammy Roan is in it. I'm gonna mess up some of the names, but it's really good. Now I do want to be clear, it's not high budget. Okay, it's not like watching SVU or 911. I mean, it's just a teach a little bit, just teach, but it's really good. There's 3 seasons, and I like it because it's not. I watch a lot of crime shows. People never think they watch a lot of crime, so I can kind of guess like, oh, you did that, or something's wrong with you. This I be wrong. I be like, you did. Oh, that wasn't you. Okay,
Yeah.
it's
Somebody told me it kind of gives them a reminder of power that comes on
stars.
stars. Right. Exactly. So yeah, a lot of people said it gives them a thought process of power, but maybe in a different sense. So I haven't
Yeah,
yet.
it's like that. It's like black high profile crime, but it's just it's very interesting. Now, power, I in my opinion, is a lot more addictive. Actually, I think power when you watch it. When I started watching, I could not stop. I was like every week the new stuff, because I don't know. I'd be tripping, so I'd be like, I don't want to see the kid killing somebody. Like, I don't know if I could deal with that part. But yeah, all to say that's what I did. So, and I'm working on some new things, and so being off, taking self-care days, actually what it does for me is it gives me a moment to like think of new things. And so I had an opportunity to sit down with somebody on Monday by surprise, actually, and they gave me some ideas of some things to do for my business, some challenges um that I have to report back to in about 6 months.
Okay.
And so yeah, it was cool.
Well, that's good stuff. Well, I'm glad you had a chance to get a little rest. Your voice sounds well rested, and all those type of great things. Let me ask you. I heard you mention about the whole Kevin Lemons thing. Now, I saw a flyer where Kevin Lemons is going to be actually in the Bay Area for Peace Gospel Choir in a few weeks. Is that on your calendar? Are you coming to California for that?
Yeah, you knew before I did. So if I can work it out, yes. The choir is going quite a lot. To answer your question, we'll try to work that out.
Okay.
Other part is choir is going quite a lot because the album just came out.
Right.
And so we're doing what you're supposed to do. You promote an album. And so you don't always, great thing about Higher Calling is it's fairly large. And what people don't know, which happens with a lot of choirs, which but people may not know. So, most choirs of this magnitude, well, let me say Higher Calling is quite big. So there's almost 100 members in Higher Calling. And there's members as far as where you are and as close as where I am, all over the country. But other choirs are like that. Ricky Diller's like that. They're so all of so you may not see all of us all the time, but or the same people, but you're still gonna get the same
Sound.
dopeness. Oh yeah, you're still gonna get the same dopeness. They sang in Chicago Sunday morning, day and night late. It was crazy amazing.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. I hope you do get a chance to make that trip. Would love to have you on the West Coast for a little spell, other than Las Vegas or wherever else you normally go. But it's all good. Glad to have you hanging out with us. Tell you what, we do have another great co-host hanging out in the backyard, as I call it. I know it's really called backstage, but I like to have that feeling of a backyard. My
Yeah.
dude out in Hercules of California. Let me tell y'all something.
Easy,
I
girl.
talk about singers and stuff all the time, but this is an unsung hero of the Bay Area. This young man has talent that the world needs to hear and see. This is my guy. Let's bring him up. Your guy and mine, co-host of Better Together with Ashlyn. My dude, man. Ja'Cory Proto. Ja'Cory, man. What is going on, man? I mean, I'm still floored. You're muted, but I'm still floored by the little bit of stuff that I saw from Saturday, man. What's going on, bro?
Uh, ooh, good morning, everybody. You know what? Processing, keeping, and just still reaching for my destiny.
Yeah,
Got a lot going on. But you know what? The funny thing is, in the midst of it all, God is yet great, and He's helping me to understand the whole magnificence of life and how it works. So I'm good over here.
absolutely, man. Uh, I saw a snippet of you singing, man, at your father's funeral. And of course, we're still praying for you, man, and praying your strength during this season. I've been there for both parents, so I could kind of know what you're going through. So, man, of course, if you need somebody to holler at or just hang out with, I got you, man. But I saw a snippet of you killing that Men of Standard song, man. Oh my God. I won't give up.
Uh, uh,
Listen.
let me tell you, I haven't gotten a chance to sit down and really do all my thank yous, but there were so many heavy hitters in the room. Arvin Strickland Jones, uh Eugene Cole, his wife. It was, and then I think it's amazing because sometimes you're not able to see the reach that you have until you die. So in my father's death, I was also able to see the reach not only that he had, but that I had together.
Yeah.
So it was amazing because I had a pastor by the name of Ted Cannon and his wife fly in from Vegas. And I don't know if y'all saw all of this, but they flew in just for the service and they got up to speak. And he was just like, I did not know his father, but I knew him. He sung to me in the casino in Las Vegas. And he basically announced in the midst of some of my enemies that were also in the room. Because how many of you know when death comes, you're going to get a collaboration of everybody.
Absolutely.
And he basically stated that I would be opening for Leandria in Las Vegas December 4th. So everybody's mouth dropped. My mouth dropped because I didn't know anything about this. But the funny thing is, there will be some doors that you have to open. And if you're aligned, there'll also be some doors that people will open for you. So I'm just in a season of awe as I go through the valley of the shadow of death. So it's crazy over here.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you, man. Congrats to you. Doors will open, man, and some will be pushed open. Some doors will be already ajar, but then some doors, man, will get blown off the hinges, man. And so we got to be prepared for whatever way God opens doors for us. And I don't necessarily rank singers and stuff like that. That's not something I do because you hurt people's feelings and stuff like that. But man, you are definitely a top 3 or top 4 male vocalists in the Bay Area, man, without a doubt. I mean, I put you in that category with Lawrence Matthews, who is one of my personal favorite vocalists, man. Listen,
I appreciate that because I walk in. I don't know. I don't know about. We need to talk about this one time because the thing is, when you're a creative in music, I just love to sing and I love to share my platform. So my thing is, it's never about me.
Yeah,
it's just like, come sing with me,
right?
Because I can only go so high, and then somebody got to take over from there.
Yeah,
but I have gotten to a place to where I can listen to myself and actually receive something from it. So I'm just thankful to be housing it at this point.
Absolutely, man. I mean, again, you're incredibly talented and gifted, man, and you can do some things that a lot of people, Bay Area and beyond, cannot do, man. So I'm grateful to know you. Matter of fact, I got a chance to hang out with Lawrence Matthews and some others over the weekend for the Joe Douglas event that was in Stockton. Had an incredible time. Myself, Lawrence Matthews, Shalene Huey Booker, Yardley Griffin Jr. from Sacramento. We also had the incredible, what's the young lady from Lillian Lloyd?
Ooh.
Oh, God. Lillian Lloyd came through there as if that was her church, as if that was her service. And she took it to a whole nother level. We had a great time, man. And it just reminds me that the Bay Area, I mean, I know we talk about this all the time, and forgive us, Yolanda, I know you're not from the Bay per se, but I know you know a lot of us in this area. The Bay Area has so many great vocalists and so many great artists that we need to have our music on a bigger stage. I mean, we only have Lena Berry Miles that's on Sirius Radio. I mean, what about all the rest of it? What we got to get our music out there, man. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know who's going to be the person that catapults us beyond this wall that we can't seem to break through. But gospel music is so out there. It's so many different genres now of gospel music. Gospel music is the only multi-genre situation that's out there. Country music is just country music. R&B is R&B. Hip hop is hip hop. But when you talk about gospel, you can infuse all of those different things and still call it gospel music. So I mean, man, it's crazy. AJ, Lady AJ is already asking, do you know where you will be in Vegas on December 4th as of yet?
Actually, I'm waiting. We're supposed to sit down and discuss all of that on this afternoon. The flyers will be coming out, I'm sure. I'm still like sitting here like, for real?
Yeah. I may have to go just to hold your bags, man. So just keep
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll see what happens, man. But I'm super excited for you. Obviously, Yolanda, I'm excited for you too. You've been traveling, doing your thing with Kevin Lemons. I think it's a great season. We're still somewhat in COVID, but the things are starting to relax a little bit. People are starting to act smarter in these instances, and so now we are able to make the adjustment, and people are starting to travel again, which I think is awesome as well.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Absolutely.
Sorry. I mean, I be trying to push my Holy Ghost down, but it don't work. I think y'all should catapult I think you should catapult yourself. I think too often people wait for people to do something for them when everything you need is there.
Mm.
And I don't think y'all should wait. I know I'm like not there, but I thought when I said I thought about my own city. I'm serious. Like I've been having these kind of conversations with Cedric Shannon Reeves, which hopefully he and I allows us to have some, public conversations that we've been talking about. We talk about industry, ministry, so industry and the ministry like almost every day. And we were talking about sometimes people wait, you know what I mean, for other people to do things for them and they end up being a pawn on a big old chessboard.
Hmm.
And so what happens a lot of times with labels is, let's say we're all on one label, but they like Demetrius most. Or Demetrius makes the most money, he gets the most attention. Well, Jacory and I would be shoved until they get ready, until they think we're good enough. And it happens very often. And so just encouragement to you two and to people out in your area. I think y'all got enough talent to come together and do it yourself. It's a new day. The industry is not what it used to be. Nobody's sitting at a soda shop saying, "Oh, I heard you humming. Let me do your record." That day is very, very far gone. So I think there's enough talent in your city. There's enough people in your city. There's the David Jacksons. There's all these people that are in your city. There's enough wisdom. There's enough talent. There's enough resources that you guys could come together and do it yourself. Don't wait for anybody to do that for you. It's already there. I think y'all should just go ahead and catapult yourself.
Well,
Oh.
we are all trying to do it in one way or the other. I think if somehow or another we may need to combine our efforts, because I may know some things that Jacory may not know. Jacory may know some things that Yolanda may not know. And if we all just sit down at a table and just have a conversation, not necessarily to promote this one, that one, or the other, but just to find out what each other knows and see how we can catapult each other. Or, it doesn't, for me, this is my thought, and I probably had a wrong thought process, but for me, if we have this sit down conversation, and then at the end of the conversation, Jacory ends up blowing up because of what he learned from me or whoever else, I'm not going to be mad. I'm going to help push Jacory as far as I can push him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not one of them hater type people, and I think that's the bad stigma that the Bay Area has, is that people think that we hate on each other or don't want to see the next person grow or glow or go. Not me. I'm not that guy. If Jacory or Ashton becomes that next big person from the Bay Area, hey, I'm from the Bay Area. We all if one of us wins, we all win.
Right.
Right now, Lena Bird Miles is the one that is kind of being notable from the Bay Area. Hey, I'm not mad at Lena. Is an amazing vocalist, and so she's winning. That means we're all winning. But there's more of us just like Lena that are incredibly talented, that have great music, that should be being played on Sirius Radio. Obviously, it's being played on Freedom. But there's so many other places where our music should be going. I'm sure if we let Jacory testify about all that he's had to do to try to push his single, I'm trying to tell you, if we just could combine our efforts in some kind of way, I think that many hands could make light work and could get our visibility out there even better. That's just my thought. I see you, Lucinda Taylor, who is hanging out with us, another great artist who has been pushing her stuff. Her stuff has been, I've been seeing flyers of her going up internet charts and stuff like that. I think it's amazing. And to you, Lucinda, we say congrats. So yeah, I agree with you, Yolanda. We have to be able to, we can reinvent our own wheel and push some things out there and make it happen. I have something in the chat that I want those of you who are hanging out with us to know. I need to know who is watching, who's hanging out with us, who has AirPods or AirPods Pro. All I want you to do is type me in the chat. Before we have gone today, someone is going to win a Freedom Radio AirPods case. We just created them. No one has them as of yet. So whoever wins today, you'll be the first person to have them. So just type in the chat me if you have AirPods or AirPods Pro, and we're going to do some sort of a raffle, or we'll figure out a way to make it happen. We miss Ashlyn. She's always the one that kind of helps us with these giveaways, but we'll figure something out to make that happen. So again, if you have AirPods Pro or AirPods, just simply type in the chat me, and I'll notate that you have said that. I see you, Denisha Sexton. I see Mrs. Kennedy. I see Lucinda. I see Kirsten. I see Stacy. I see Mama Yolanda. I see y'all. I see Andrew Caldwell. I see Azizi. It is all to the good to make that happen. I see you, Gay. Also says she have them too. Now, Kevin Moore, another great saxophonist, artist from the Bay Area. He says something that that Ashley and I have tried to do for years. And this is what he says. He says, it would be easy to start with a Bay Area compilation CD. Kevin Moore, Flesh and Blood, didn't reveal that to you. When Freedom Music Group started 12 years ago, that was what we started out to do. We started out to create a compilation CD series called Best of the Bay. And we sat down with we sat down with, at that time, all of the Bay Area producers. We sat down with a ton of artists. Everybody said, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Then when it was time to work out the details, I don't know what happened. But I'm definitely still open to do it. And again, it doesn't have to be a Freedom Music Group produced situation. I don't care who does it. It's so much talent in the Bay. We've got so many great artists. The world needs to know that there's a sound that comes from this area that can't be replicated, duplicated, or imitated. If we could just put away our titles, put away the big I's and the me's, and come together as a team, we could potentially make some things happen. Now, the late great Kobe Bryant, he made me laugh one time. I think Shaquille O'Neal mentioned this at his memorial, that there is no I in the word team, and I agree. But the late great Kobe Bryant said there's a me in that sucker. Anyway, hopefully the me and the I out of that and make some things happen. Ja'Cory, yes, sir.
You know what's funny is while I was sitting here thinking, it's funny because we'll share our gospel all day, but we won't share our experience.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody testifying.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, we got to get to a place to where, and this is one thing that I also stated at my father's funeral, is I got my scissors in my hand, because right now in this time in place in my life, I don't need the fake haters, the fake fans. I need people that's really going to support me, that's going to love me. Even if I make the wrong turn, they're going to love me back to the right position. So I think we just got to get to a place to where it's not about I.
Absolutely.
When you can give up the I for him, things will start to happen. But as long as you hide in your testimony, you can't share your experience, you can't help anyone. Yeah. It ain't no need for you to be at the top nor even in the middle.
I agree. I'm absolutely with you. I want to bring up on the screen what Lady AJ says. She says, it's so sad how much people can be focused on building themselves instead of virtual. We have so many different photographers. So we can go to photo shoot. We can keep something together that make all of us great and good, and make it happen. You know what? I'm gonna just stop talking about it before I get mad and get frustrated. But I'm telling you, there is a big avenue that we as Bay Area artists can create, can walk down. We can go hand by hand, shoulder to shoulder, and we can go old school and don't get tired and don't get weary and make this whole thing happen. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna just hush my mouth right there. We do have a few things to talk about, but I tell you what, I haven't done a birthday. I want to stop on that day to just talk about a great friend. Have a birthday as well as me others. Let's take a quick minute. Birthday start system already here, and let me happy birthday. Copy it. Shout out my guy. Happy birthday to Williams. Today he joins the 50 Club. Today, happy birthday. They are having an incredible weekend here in the Tracy area that I will, of course, somehow or another be in attendance. I'll make it happen. So again, this coming weekend, those of you in the Bay Area or in Tracy area, all roads leads to the church where Jeffrey pastors now. I think he's been pastoring about 6 or 7 months, doing an incredible job here in Tracy, and I can't wait to be there to celebrate. Also, happy birthday to Erica Thomas Boyd. Happy birthday to Nick Donaldson. Happy 40th birthday to Isaiah Thornton. Happy birthday to 60th birthday to Rosalind Lynette Smith. Happy birthday to Lydia McKnight. To Rivers Glover, Yolanda Bolden, happy 51st birthday. To Angela Stice Moore, happy birthday. I think this is her 50th as well. To Raquel Wiley. And last but not least on my list of today, happy birthday to John Edwards. All right. All right, Yolanda, I want to bring you back up. What birthdays might you have today?
See, I can never find them. I feel like I can never find them anymore. First, happy belated by just about 24 hours. Happy belated to the evangelist supervisor, Dorinda Clark Cole. Yesterday was her birthday.
Turn
You know,
64.
our
Looks
turned
amazing.
64. Listen, our gospel Beyonce. That girl, that lady she's completely amazing.
Absolutely.
So happy birthday to Keisha Fields, to KO. She's in Japan. Happy birthday to her today. To the lady Jane Owens, Melanie Armstrong, Pastor Jerry Woodkerson. Today's his birthday. Vincent Mayweather. I think he's in y'all area. Happy birthday to him.
Mayweather or Manyweather? Must be Manyweather.
Manyweather.
Yeah.
Samuel Diggs. If you don't know, he is amazing singer. Hey, happy birthday to my girl, Tommy Terrell from Toby and Tommy. Amazing. I love them girls. Yeah. Dexter Davis, today's his birthday. My cousin Rashida, 2 days ago was Vicky Wine's birthday. Happy birthday, Samantha Dowdy, and the list goes on and on and on and on. So we missed there was another celebrity birthday. CeCe Wine's birthday. Was maybe a couple days ago or so. And stop right here. CeCe Winans looked emphatically amazing last night at the Dove Awards. Jay Boylan, you are everything, sir.
I saw it. She looked absolutely.
She looked incredible.
Yeah. I saw some pictures on Instagram. CeCe Winans showed us what it looks like to be a gospel artist and to make things happen. So yeah, if Jay Boylan did that, yeah, amazing, without a doubt. One of the most incredibly gorgeous women that we have in gospel music, hands down. She looks stunning. All right, Jacory, man, what birthdays might you have today, sir?
Well, definitely we got to call out again the Jeffrey Williams, choir maestro, Janet Hubbard, Rosalind Smith, Charles Butler, birthday is today, Chris Watkins, John Edwards, and I got to call out again the fabulous Vicky Winans. That's one of my all-time idols, and Dorinda Clark Cole. As I sing, I'm starting to see a little of them, peekaboo while I'm, replaying videos. But to anybody experiencing a birthday today, this week, from me to you, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Right, good stuff.
Hey.
And those of you who had a birthday this week, last week, or in this season, this month, we just want to tell you, hey, this is your time, this is your season, this is your month. And don't let nobody take that time of celebration away from you. I also want to give a shout out to my guy in Sacramento, Yui Lovelady, had a birthday yesterday. And those of you who had birthdays during this season, take time, celebrate yourself. You deserve it. God made you. And during this season, and don't let nobody make you feel bad about celebrating you, because nobody can better celebrate and appreciate you than you. So do what you have to do to make it happen. And so from all of us here at Freedom Radio, from our hearts to yours, we want to say happy birthday. I see you, Lucinda Taylor. She's asking me, what is the address for the church in Tracy? I don't know it offhand. I know it's on West 11th. I'll get the flyer and I will send it to you to make sure that you are there in the building on Saturday. Also want to make mention, my son, Demetrius Jr., he and a couple of his friends, they're doing their first ministry event this coming Friday in the city of Oakland on MacArthur. I believe the church is People's Missionary Baptist Church. They are doing an event, and I want to stop long enough to say how proud I am of my son. He and a couple of his friends, they're doing something different. They're coming out from behind the instruments, they're coming out of the shadows to do a ministry event, and I'm super excited. He has asked me to come and pray, and certainly I'm going to come and do that to be able to impart whatever little bit of wisdom that I can to those young folks so that they can be as successful as they can be. So this coming Friday night, 7 p.m., People's Missionary Baptist Church. It is a dress-down event. I think they're doing camouflage. So if you are in Oakland or have some free time, we would love to have you come and hang out with us. All right, so Lucinda, I will make sure I find that flyer and send it to you before the day is gone, and we would love to have you hanging out with us Saturday. All right, y'all. I've seen people mentioning in the chat that they have AirPods, and before we go, we will make sure that someone gets a chance to win some AirPod Pro case or AirPods case courtesy of Freedom Radio. Now, I want to mention Jacory. Now, I don't know if you saw my picture on Instagram, but someone caught me in action on Saturday, and I was obviously wearing the beads that you created specifically for that event. And I had some people hit me up like, where did you get those beads? I tagged them in the picture. If you need some beads, you can ask. I know, and I look like you over there working today. Is that what you over there doing?
Let me tell you, my family came in here and saw them all over the table, right? And they just start buying them right off the table. So I'm actually going to a gym show on Friday to get me a whole new collection in colors. But
whoa,
I have an array of colors.
I see.
So just hit me up and tell me what you need. If you a plain Jane, I can do that. But if you a bling blinger like me, I can do that too.
It's all good. That's great stuff. And I just seen Yolanda Morant put in the chat. You all need to see this and know this, that she is doing a graphics deal. So birthday flyers are only $45 until the end of the year. And if you want to jump on that, and you should, make sure that you DM her to get those details. Listen, there is none greater. Sucker MCs. I'm sorry. Anyway, Yolanda Morant is an incredible graphic designer. She is the one that I use. And so yeah, get those birthday flyers if you're trying to promote something or just want to be able to tell somebody it's your birthday. The birthday flyer that I use, Yolanda made mine, and it's still absolutely amazing. She'll do a new one for me next year, but it's absolutely amazing. Now, Stacey Williams Tucker is calling you out, Jacory.
Oh, I was going to actually say that, Stacey, we're going to have to get you a whole little bundle pack, because I know I got your stuff right over here. I got you, boo.
Okay. Well, see, there it is. Speak into existence, and it will come to pass. All right, y'all. I am looking at the time. We've got time to do a couple of different things. Let's talk about these AirPod cases. No one has them as of yet. We have AirPod, regular AirPod cases, and AirPod Pro cases. Ironically, those of you who are Apple people like me, Apple did do a presentation this past Monday where they announced the third edition of the AirPods that look a whole lot like AirPods Pro. So the third generation AirPods are now available for pre-order. If you want to get them, of course, you can go to apple.com to do that. As well as Yolanda never responded to me, but we announced some new MacBook Pros that are simply phenomenal. I don't need a new MacBook. I promise you I don't need one, but I'm looking at them. I got my eye on them. They look absolutely amazing. They're a whole lot faster, bigger batteries. You can do a whole lot more with them at one time than you used to could. That's old school talk. Used to could. So those of you who, if you're in the need of a computer or you're thinking about getting a computer, Macs are not playing. The new MacBook Pro, they got a brand new chip inside of them to make things happen. So if you got questions, definitely reach out to me. Definitely holler at me. And we can make some things happen. Now, going back to you, Jacory, Mrs. Kennedy just chimed in and she says, "Do you have a website for your bracelets, or do you just create off a vibe?"
Actually, you know what I do? I used to do a lot of lives with the little numbers and things. I guess I'm gonna have to get back to that and post some pictures. So give me a week. Well, let me get through the show first, and then I'll hit me in my DMs. Blow me up. Blow me up. I got you.
Now, it depending on who you are and where you live, you might be able to convince Jacory to do what he did for me.
That was dope.
Yeah, that was crazy. Me and Jacory and Ashlyn met up for lunch a couple weeks ago, and Jacory brought everything. He brought his whole suitcase with everything, and we was sitting at the table and we was picking out different stuff. And I said, "I like this, and I like this." Next thing I know, I had a whole set of bracelets already made specifically for me, right in my face, paid him with Cash App, made it happen, and I was on my way. I've been wearing them every week for the last 3 weeks. I've been wearing them, and I only had that color on, but they just look so good on my wrist. I'm like, ooh, Yeah,
Oh,
I'm wearing it with blue. I'm wearing it with purple. I'm wearing it with burgundy. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have those colors in
okay.
it.
Let me write these colors down because that's what you're saying you need. Okay, praise the Lord.
Yeah, blue. Yeah, I'm wearing blue this Sunday. Blue and pink. For obviously for uh
Breast cancer.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Yeah, I blue. I wear burgundy suits. I got gray suits. I got all kinds of stuff. I'm always making something happen. I'm trying to bring back the sexy to the big guy. Anyway, I haven't been successful, but I'm working on it. Anyway, um, want to mention some stuff, especially for business owners. I want you to know, and I think we may have mentioned this, but I want to touch on this real quick while we still have some time. I think we talked about this. If we didn't, let me put it all on the table. Those of us who use digital currency, such as Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, IRS is now starting to take a look at that. And the IRS, they are like, hold on, y'all trying to get all this money under the table. And so the IRS is starting to take a closer look at Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App business transactions of 600 or more in 2022. Listen, we all need to hear this. Let me just give you the highlights of this. A new IRS rule is set to go into effect in 2022. That it will affect businesses that use cash apps like Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal, as various news outlets are reporting. It was said that a new rule allows the IRS to take a closer look at cash app business transactions of 600 or more. The previous threshold used to be 20,000.
Oh,
So they
Jesus.
have knocked it they used to didn't look at you until it was a $20,000 transaction. Now they're bringing it down to anything 600 and above. This is major for business owners. So according to the report, the change will the change in the way third party payment networks report money exchange on these platforms was prompted by language in the American Rescue Plan. So, with the whole thing that's going on in America, things are changing. The change will mostly affect businesses that receive payment through one of these cash apps. Currently, such apps are required to send tax forms to users if they gross is 20,000 or more, or if they have 200 separate transactions within a calendar year. I want you to pay attention to that. 20,000. It used to be 20,000, or if you had 200 separate transactions. Transactions for personal won't be affected, but anything by anybody who's getting these things over 600, you will receive a 1099K form in the mail. All right, so this is something to be noted, that you're going to that they're going to start sending you a 1099K form in the mail when you're getting transactions over 600. So you may want to start, if a client owes you 600, you may want to start telling them to break it up. Give me 200 a day, holler at me tomorrow with another 200 or something like that. It's starting to get crazy. So this is going to affect Zelle transactions. I see you, Diamond Fee. So it's going to affect Zelle transactions. It's going to affect PayPal transactions. It's going to affect Cash App transactions, and it's going to affect Venmo transactions. And many of us use all of those things. So let's, Yolanda, I know that you probably are listening and paying attention to something like this. This is going to have an effect on us because we're going to start getting 1099s for this stuff. You got to start claiming this money on your taxes. So how do we particularly remedy this other than splitting these payments up? I know most people don't like to have uh uh you know things happen. And Denisha, no, it's not $600 transactions per year. If you get a $600 transaction, you're going to get a 1099 for it. So and then Stacy says, don't think it's transactions. No. It's if you have a transaction that is $600 or more. And from what I'm reading, if I'm wrong, y'all feel free to correct me, because I had a couple people. I've had more than 600. So y'all telling me I'm gonna get 1099 anyway? It's all good. So so Yolanda, tell me what you're thinking on this, because I know you use digital currency for transactions and to make your money. What you thinking on this?
I just I'd like to know why. I'm not saying okay, because somebody may say, well, you should pay taxes. You should. Okay, yes, of course you should. But I'm just interested to know why now. Like what is it about it right now? Now PayPal has been doing 1099s because PayPal you're allowed to receive. I'll say this right. Okay. PayPal, you're allowed to receive transactions of much larger amounts than Cash App. So I didn't even know. I thought Cash App you can only receive. So see, Cash App has a lot of red tape. So what I understand, you can only receive so much at one time. Now 600, yes, probably, but you can only receive so much at one time, and then you can only receive so much a week, and you can only receive so much a month through pay Cash App transactions. So I'm interested in to know like why, like what's going on with that. Is this the buying I'm doing? Like I'm just interested to know what's going on with that. Definitely Zelle. I actually don't like using Zelle for business transactions. Just my personal opinion. I know some people prefer it. Maybe they feel more safe with that. I'm always gonna be a PayPal girl. I've been using PayPal since the day my business started.
Yeah.
I just like that it protects me and it protects you. It protects both parties. Cash App, there is no, you kind of have to feel your way.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to let your Holy Ghost, if it's y'all. I mean, a lot of people I do Cash App, but I'm gonna be honest with you. If you ask me, it is not my preference. Because I don't feel like there's protection on both sides.
Okay, so here's what I'm getting, and I want to put a couple things on here. So Stacy, who always dives into things that we're talking about, she says she doesn't think it's transactions. She says it's total amount received of 600. So over the year, if you receive over 600 through one of these
Oh
things,
well,
that you're going to get a 1099.
everybody's gonna be counted out then.
So she said that it used to be and I mentioned in the article that it used to be $20,000 the threshold. So she was saying that over the entire year, not just per transaction. So that means that with that being said, anybody who has received more than 600 on any of these different things are going to get a 1099. So it's saying I'm going to get a 1099 from Cash App. I'm going to get a 1099 from Zelle. I'm going to get a 1099 from PayPal as well as Venmo. That is
How will they know the difference? I think that's my question. How will they know the difference? So would it have to be your Cash App business account?
I don't know.
Like how are you gonna know?
That's very good to know. I mean, so we're going to have to do some more diving because this is going to affect many of us. And Lady AJ she says, I think they are trying to cut down on money laundering under the term business transaction. I feel you. I hear you. And, I got people chiming in I mean, many of us receive more than $600. So are they only going after business owners in this? Because I'm telling you, I get more than I do transactions through Cash App on the regular. And so, I'm going to do some more diving into that. So I'm going to look further into this so we can have some clarity, and I will have an update for all of us next Tuesday. Before we get ready to get out of here, it's almost time to go. This time be going quick. Before we go, Jacory, Allegra has chimed in. And a couple things she said. So to you, Lucinda, Allegra has chimed in and given the address to the Reconditioned Church for Saturday. There is the address for you. And Allegra further says that she wants some beads because her birthday is coming up next month. And she says she wants you to look out for her on bracelets. And she says that she wants black and white, red and blue. Then she further says that I got you on the invoice. So I guess I will be the one paying for these. So hold on, let me put you big on the screen because people need to see what you're working on. Look at this here. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Now you're on mute. I don't know if you're talking to us, but I see you working. You putting big work in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want some bracelets, Jacory.
You told me pink, so I'm going after
Yeah, because
pink.
let me say this. I wanted to patronize. I want to do that. I wanted to patronize a saint, and I got sainted. Amen. Took 3 months for the bracelets to come to me.
Oh, I've seen that happen several times.
So and I did it wasn't a company, it wasn't that, it was an actual person, and they saw me at church. Said, Mm.
Well, I'm gonna be sending you some pictures Friday, because I'm gonna be sending you some pictures Friday because I'm going after pink. I didn't know if you meant like fuchsia pink or
Yeah, and I want a lemon head bracelet actually.
And look, Jacor, you about to be busy. My guy James Pugh said he just inboxed you on
Oh,
Facebook.
yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
I got you. This relieves my stress. So
Okay, well, good. Mrs. Kennedy just chimed in. She said she needs a pink one for breast cancer awareness. So
I got you. I got your pink. And I mean, I got all kind of stuff. I like to have fun. So
okay, well, it sounds like we're getting ready to get some things going for Jacori. So here's what I'm going to do. I mentioned earlier about the case, the AirPods case. So Yolanda, hold on. Let me count this out first, and then Yolanda's going to be the first one to pick this thing, and I'm going to show you how we're going to make this happen.
Okay.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
they working.
I see 7. Okay, so I saw 7 people chime in saying that they had AirPod cases or they have AirPods. Let me do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I apologize. So 9 people chimed in saying that they had AirPods. So Yolanda, pick a number between 1 and 9.
Oh Jesus.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. What was the session?
1, 2, 3,
11,
4,
12,
5, 6, 7,
8,
8,
9, 10,
11,
11,
11,
12.
12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Okay, so 5. Let's find out who we got. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me look again. So our winner is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me. I want to make sure I do this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is Lucinda Taylor. Lucinda Taylor is the winner of the AirPods cases. So Lucinda,
She always wins.
some information, or I'll get your address, and you will be getting some AirPods cases on behalf of Freedom.
Congrats, Miss Lucinda.
Yeah, so congrats to her. Before we go, we got to break in, and he can close us out with closing comments, final thoughts. Demetrius Hunter, welcome to the show as we're getting ready to close out. Hey, man, what type of closing comments, final thoughts might you have today for us?
God bless you all. I'm going back to working from home, so I'll be back to be able to sit with this wonderful panelist of hosts on Freedom Radio, the station for the people, by the people. See y'all soon.
That's good stuff. All right, y'all. He makes me laugh every time. All right, y'all. It is time for us to get ready to go. We will be back, of course, next week, same time, same station. Again, shout out to Lucinda Taylor, who won our AirPods cases. I will get the information to her, and we will make that happen. Everybody who's trying to get beads, flood Jacori's message, or if you have a way to text him, hit him up. This is a great time to get some things done. Jacori, sounds like I need to get a few bracelets from you for Allegra. We will make that happen. If you need graphics done for your birthday, reach out to Yolanda now. Reach out to her now so we can make that happen. All right, y'all. It is time for us to go. We're leaving out on some more great music. I feel like Ikana Nashe. Until the next time on this same Shop Talk Network. At the same Shop Talk Sound.
We're getting ready to
You know how I do.
shake. It's our season. It's our season to live. Yes, it is. To everything a season, to everything a time. You've been down, but it's your time. Go get what he has for you. Beauty comes from ashes. No, it's not the end.